Alright, hello folks, and welcome back to Heartflower Hunt. I think I have a limited time here to talk to you before we have to start, because I would suspect my rival is already up to building things. So I will real quick be right back, and then we can get straight into it. This episode, this stream, I want to hide, or at least make the majority of the hiding spot for my first Heartflower. So, that'll be fun. Alrighty. Oh, additionally, I should mention, I kind of want to play Silk Song if this stream doesn't last for too very long. So that seems likely to happen. Nope, that's not correct. There we go, thank you. Ah. Yep. You're on. Starting now. Yep, okay. Alright, so. First and foremost, I need a lot of wood for what I have planned. So... actually, hold on. This would be... so, you know what? Let's leave that. I can just jump and get some hunger back. Yeah. 2 axes and, well, honestly, maybe 2 hoes and an axe would have been the better call. And I'll have to do some experimenting as well, I think, in regards to how my redstone substitute works best. Here goes nothing. Gotta be wary of the pigs. This ought to help. Be a very good idea to have backup backup shoes prepared, but I need more gold for that. So getting gold feels kind of important, actually. There's some right there. Gotta be careful around the end of them. I don't have a good contingency plan for if I should draw the ire of one. Let's get the glowstone, too, while we're here. If I manage to get my hands on a respawn anchor, I'm going to want that. Casual reminder, if you are not familiar with what's been going on with me in Minecraft, my mouse doesn't work so great. It's kind of annoying. So if it flicks around rapidly, I apologize. And be prepared for that eventuality. Additionally, I had to uninstall and reinstall Minecraft, which was interesting. I'm still not totally sure what happened there. Minecraft actually went... Uh-oh. Oh, that might have been... That might have been my opponent here. Minecraft went down for, like, at least a day. Java Edition for that long, and then Bedrock for longer, I want to say. And that was right after I was having trouble, so I had a little issue getting help in regards to fixing my problem. Because everyone was having trouble at the time. It was kind of funny timing on that. Yep, well, that's... Yep, that was me. That one decides to warp up here and pop me in the back of the head. Uh-oh. Beep. I need to get close to home and take the golden boots off. Yep, there it is. Well, that was expected. I maybe should not have gotten so close to the edge. Nope, yep, there are my... That's annoying. Ah, hello. Okay. Food's back. Gold is gone. No, it's okay. Got the gold. Hello. Okay, good. Oh, dear. My controls are a little screwy. I press something instinctually, but I could have forgotten to reset it to what I want it to be, for example. There we go. That wasn't that many. I don't know why I went through the trouble there. Let's, okay. So, plan. Make a little castle. Doesn't have to look fantastic, it just has to be consistent, so that I can mess with it when I need to, the way I need to, as I build. I'm gonna have multiple branching paths in order to try to be as confusing as possible. And we're gonna have one of them that's labeled very explicitly as something bad. And it will be something bad. And the idea is that not only is it not a red herring, I'm also not going to be lying about the contents of that path. So it will be the correct way to go, but it will also be a trap. And I'm also going to be very, very honest about what's in the trap, so as to hopefully throw them off. So, fun fact about Hollow Knight, actually, and my progress in it. I've gotten through Pantheon 5 all the way up to Nightmare King Grim. And, it didn't go well. I flubbed it. The guy hit me with a nasty swoop attack like 3 times in a row, right at the start. I took damage to every single one of them, and then I wasn't able to clutch out the rest of the fight. And then every other instance has just generally gone kind of wah! Poorly. Yeah, I definitely should have made more hose. For a good while, I was just stuck on Markoth, but, you know, I expected that. I kind of hoped that after beating Radiant NKG, I would be able to beat regular NKG without too much issue. And then after that, I don't remember if there's a rest spot or if it goes straight into Pure Vessel. If it goes straight into Pure Vessel, I think I'm screwed. I've done Radiant Pure Vessel, but that's... I have no idea how I will fare in regards to this. I've tried removing My biggest problem, I think, has been figuring out what my loadout is going to be for the Pantheon, and that is hopefully something that I have... Oh, come on. What? Why didn't it sprint me? That was odd. Is my key having trouble? That would be unfortunate. That's what I have it set to bind. Anyway, I don't care too much that some of this is just going to be litter. I'm fine with that. It'll be gone before too long. And should it happen to fall into my opponent's inventory and clutter it up, all the better. Let me see. What was I saying? I'm hoping that I've finally settled on what I need. I absolutely need Unbreakable Strength in the Collector fight, because that's how you deal with all of the summons. I need... A bunch of what I need is actually just what I had to use to get through the, what I had to use to get through Pure Vessel in the first place. Oh, it's just another sound. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're all good. I'm gonna use warped warp blocks for walls, I think, probably. But the stem and planks and whatnot for floors and ceiling, because I can mess with that. Not bad, thank you. I'm gonna need another pickaxe. Yeah, that'll... Well, I should leave one in there for the sake of... For the sake of not being stuck without one when I need it most. Ooh, Aquabara! Honestly, I do kind of want to build out over the map. Going to provide me with ample opportunity to do what I want to do. So if I have this that goes off that way, and some that goes off that way, yeah, it'll be perfect. Okay. Not sure if mouse having trouble or if game connection having trouble. Perfect. Give me some more slabs. Nope. I wonder if I could decorate in any meaningful way. Actually, no, that... So there. So this is the wall. Perfect. Perfect. So, you get in the door, very first thing you see is a sign. Yeah. Actually, do I have chains? Did I grab chains from the bastard? Let's see. I'm gonna go try to get some chains. And try to trade with some piglins while I'm at it. Actually, let's pop those in there for now. Yeah. This is all I need. I just gotta be very careful. Would be good to have... Yeah, I think... Oh, hold on, let's see that. Good idea to have gold boots in this chest. so that I can spawn them immediately if I need to. We're gonna go adventuring to the Bastion again. I need chickens. I want to make a hanging sign for the fanciness of it. Gonna slip by here. Being next to the barrier makes things a little funky. Taking the lanterns is a bit of a... I wouldn't say a flex. A bit of a... Haha, take that. I was in your... I was in your bastion, and you couldn't stop me. Hello. Yeah, I've got gold. You wanna come with me? I'm no speedrunner. I don't have the bastion types memorized. Where are your lanterns? Take me to them. Ow. No, 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 no. You can't get me over here, can you? I didn't bring health. I don't know what they're mad about. I don't think it could possibly be me. Oh, very nice. That, I don't think is useful to me. But I'll take it anyway. Just in case. Uh-oh. now that's interesting. A diamond shovel with silk touch. That's very interesting. I know there was another chest down here. I saw it. That makes me wonder if my competitor also did not get a look in that one. At least I'm fairly certain there was another chest. I'm kind of in a precarious situation here. I thought for sure I saw another one. Guess maybe not. That's okay. Might be one in that mess of blackstone. Somewhere. There's the loot that I can't forget about over there. Okay. That's nothing. Hey, Stinky. This feels good. If you aren't familiar with my survival series, I have good reason to absolutely hate hoglins. Hello, piglins. I need some piglins. I hear a hoglin. I don't see a hoglin. This understandably makes me rather nervous. Kind of lucked out there, I think. I would have had nowhere to go if I hadn't been able to defend myself. If it had been able to get to me, I would have so been dead. So just multiple. Hang on. Failing basic part. Let me just string? No, I got that. Alright. Excellent. Finish that guy off. Gravel. Lovely. And arrows. Very good. There's certainly safer places to be trading with piglins than right here, but I'll take it. Soul speed. I don't think I'm gonna get my hands on enough iron to make use of that, but... Ender pearls, very nice, and some quartz, which is useless. Don't flip the mouse over there, there could be an enderman there. Hold on. Let me give it that time. A water bottle. Interesting. Well, as a reward, you are now free. Enjoy. Ah, that's where the other stuff went. Obsidian, lovely. More chain would be nice. Cannot acquire places of obsidian on my own. There we go. Quite liked some iron, but that's fine. If I need more trading done, I can. Out of line of sight. Break line of sight so it loses aggro. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just leaving. I don't need that. Check on the that's a lot of mushrooms. That pigman is going to get mad if I break that block. Is there any way I could convince you to leave, maybe? Another time. That one's in a very precarious spot. Down there, on the other hand... I'll be taking all of these mushrooms. If my opponent has not already gotten some of them, this will give us a monopoly. Possibly. Good source of food. Excellent. Always nice to break some gold in the nether and not here. Oh, the Grim gets mad. That looks like a hogland farm to me. I don't think there's anything else here that can be bred. Okay. Dangerous drop there. You go down this way, I think. Oh, there's safer. Yes, there's. No hint whatsoever of a strider, which is unfortunate. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm fine. Hello, don't mind me. I don't have enough material to make Escape! Escape! Escape, escape, escape. Don't have enough material to make a crafting bench on which I could placate the guy with a trade. Nope. Not my me. I'm just skedaddling my way on through. Any obstacle here can be super deadly if it happens to catch me off guard at just the wrong time. I don't have a good means for this. Yeah. Come to the realization that sabotage a potential Hogland farm made by the opposition. By placing a surreptitious warp fungus in a critical location. Piglin snorts angrily. What's that about? Furnace? Did the furnace not protect against that like I thought it did? I guess that's something to look up. I didn't know that. Or I suppose simply that I was mistaken. Hello, pigs. Don't mind me. There's the way out. I am lost. Well. They must be mad at Hoggles. Yeah, that's it. Nice dance, fellas. Thanks for taking care of that one for me. Every Hoglin slain is another Hoglin that isn't sneaking up and poke me in the back with its big tusks. That's not the sort of thing that I take too kindly when it comes as a surprise. Not a pleasant surprise indeed. What's going on there? What are you doing? Oh, and I managed to loop my way back around again to not the place I intended to be. Maybe go this way. Untended gold is another fraction. Ow! Okay, I'm not equipped to deal with the skeleton. I think that's my path back. Which means that I am massively lost. Hello? Folks? Where's the exit? You know what? I have a way to deal with this. Hello. Perfect. Thank you. This is definitely part of it. Where? Where's my stinking staircase? Up that. It's up that. It's in here. Ah. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's on the red, so I can use. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, actually, I just saw that. The black stone. Let's put away the most important stuff. Leather, some sand. Soul speed isn't going to do much of anything for me. That diamond shovel with silk touch, though. What can I do with that? That's good. That's good. I need torches for stuff, and I managed to lose many of them. So if I replace a bunch with lanterns, not only is that showing off, that's saving me on the torches. Yeah. Give that a bit of boost. Put it back. Blackstone. Pickaxe, please. Thank you. Pickaxe from here. Should have grabbed the hoe too, but where was that? Well, further that way, I guess. Perfect. We can come back for the glowstone if it becomes relevant. let's make... warp fence. I'm late, co-pilot. Catch me up on what I missed. What you missed was... mostly not a whole lot. I'm doing my best to start work on my base today. And we're hopefully going to get around to hiding the first Heartflower. I stole a bunch of chains and lanterns from the Bastion, which is basically under my opponent's control. So I'm using them as a bit of a flex. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. I didn't need it that bad. And plus, I need torches, so it's a good reason to replace the torches that are here. Ignore the blaze, it can't do anything. Not bad. There we go. Alright, now I make a hanging sign. I pop those in there. That way to the pit. This way to flowers, that way to the pit. This is going to be a bit of mind gaming that I plan to do. Pit is indeed going to be the room that houses some of the flowers, but one of the flowers, but it's also going to be a massive pit. I'm going to be telling the truth entirely about that bit. And hopefully it throws him off his game. Polished black stone brick wall. Yeah, this looks cool. I want to do this, I think. Excellent. Here, grab those for now, but we'll want to make a more secure room for those in the near future. 2 of my nefarious plan is make a second floor. There, no. Why do that? There we go. Nope. There we go. Let's move this whole rigmarole 1 block backwards. I think that's the end of the soundtrack. Just a moment and I'll... the pit. Ba-ba-bum. Hold on. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't get me copyright struck, actually. Now that I think about it, that could be bad. Yeah. Reported? No! Not that. That, and then that. Yeah, there we go. What do you think of my walls so far? They're gonna be great for hiding secrets in, methinks. But more importantly, let me think. It was, I had a plan for this. Pretty sick, thank you. Well, let's just work on making the rest of floor 1. This way until we hit a natural turning point. An alteration must be made right about here, methinks. Yeah, maybe a little bit further, so that we're in the center of this great big open gap-like place. those go. Whoop, that way. Go. Okay. We'll use that as the perfect little hiding hole to disguise what I'm about to do, which is make my bedroom. Not that we can put a bed in it, but hopefully you get what I mean. What should I use for the ceiling? Let's just take the rack. Yeah. There's a reason I'm doing this with netherrack. A very specific and particular reason. Well... yeah, let's make it an outline for this one. Make this one a little taller. And then the offshoot rooms can be solid off. Yeah. Alright, and yes, that looks ugly, but we're not done yet with it. Is your opponent on a rule not watching the stream and or VOD? Yes! That is, kind of a critical measure. Quite welcome to check it out after the fact. There was actually something similar I could have done to spy upon them previously, but I was on a rule not doing that at the time, so I'm quite positive that this will also be honored. Bum, 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 bum. I have no idea how this is gonna look. It might look super weird, frankly. I'm cool with that. I'm not too invested in how it looks from the outside. Except for from the front, where I want it to look imposing and dangerous. And also, a little daunting, which hopefully this peculiar construction will lend itself to nicely. Because surprise, surprise, this is only floor 1. Stairs. Another stair. I do. There we go. Now. More warped word blocks in the face. Go. Let's see, can I reach? Thinks I need another. So, I am going to hide in among the warped wart blocks here. A middle floor in between floors 1 and 2, a mezzanine, if you will. I'm pretty sure that's correct for that. When I was a lot younger, I considered myself a prospective author. And I still think I could do it. I just don't have much of the motivation to, and I've become somewhat jaded to the idea of that. I do have an idea for what I would publish if I were to publish a book. It would be a perspective? No, prospective, as in I considered that to be a legitimate prospect. Same root as the word prospector, I imagine. It's like the idea is they have prospective dreams of finding gold. If I were to publish a book, it would probably end up being a guide on how to homebrew D&D. Because that's something that I have experience in and would want to actually share. Now, I have no idea how well it would do, but, you know, I wouldn't necessarily need it to do well to feel accomplished for having done it. But it would also be a massive time investment, and right now I'm a bit too busy streaming and also homebrewing D&D. If I get rid of the lights that are hanging here as well, that will be one way to make my whole place more foreboding. So let's do it. The only light coming from inside. Surrounded by darkness. Or dimness, really. I quite want iron, because iron not only will be used for excellent tools, but hopefully he'll be able to also use it for tripwires. Tripwires can set off the jank redstone contraptions that I've been working on cooking up. I'm not concerned with collecting all of this glowstone. I have a pretty decent amount stocked up, actually. I don't really need it for much. I'll try to collect as much of it as I can, but I am going to, first and foremost, focus about just getting it out of here. And I've trapped myself. There we go. You know what? Yeah, I'll take a little bit of fall damage to collect that. Plan is, as well, since you missed me discussing that, plan is to play Silk Song after... Actually, I do need that, now that I think about it. Perfect. Don't have as much left in the way of crimson planks. I'm going to need to do something about that. Let's put that in there. Ah! Mouse issues. There we go. Actually, would have been convenient to leave some of those as... Okay. Now, to climb back atop. I am going to disguise my middle floor by having a second floor that is all warped walls. So, with the disparity, the difference between the walls below and these ones, it will give the illusion as though my opponent is actually on floor 2, and they are on floor 2.5. I need more, though. I need a lot more. Excellent. Excellent. That's... This middle area is going to be home to... Wait, no, that's not correct. Let's just pop this out for now. Here was where it was going to turn. Yeah. So this would not be there. In fact, all of that couldn't be either. Drat. Alright, that's fine. Gonna need more crimson. The plan is to layer trapdoors in there. No, but all of the trapdoors are see-through. Dang it! Man. Forgot about that. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Adds a little texture. I don't know. I was planning to make it so that I could just drop straight through, but I forgot that the warped and the crimson trapdoors are both not all there. No, it's fine. I can alter the plans. Like, I will just make it so that I can hop down through the ceiling just by digging out one of the blocks, and then I can pop up to floor 2. Yeah, if there's really no point in having a middle floor now that I can't. Because I can just put it above floor 2 and be fine. It'd still be disguised. The point was that it would be closer to the exit. There's not much point to that now. Unless... How else could I disguise a way through a passage? Within the block set that I've devised already, or within something similar enough that I could pull it off. Doors aren't. Transparent. Okay. all the cool stuff that I want to keep in my base is secreted away on floor 3, which will be inaccessible to the opponent. And I might as well just keep working on floor 1 for now. Where's my spare crafting bench? What did I put? There you are. Wow. So that way will lead to the pit. That way will lead to the suffocation trap and a path downward to go through the air trap. Perfect. Actually, floor 2 can be the suffocation trap. I can have... Yeah. Perfect. Alright, time to go get some crimson wood. Get some blackstone, too. What's up? You spying on my house? More likely just getting material. But I can give him a hard time. If he thinks that I have something good to spy on, that would be worth spying on. And that might make him want to spy on me, but it would also put him on edge. Whoa! Hey! Blaze is over there. Good to know. Somewhere. Whoop! Nice little trap. I think I'll just leave that there. Just about as likely to get either of us, so... Now I'll keep hollowing out the bastion that he's laid claim to. But my opponent is busy making renewable ways to get these resources. I will just take everything I need from the get-go and begin to clean up the mess. Normally I would hate that, but, you know, this is a matter of strategy. no doubt. And he would do the same to me. So that means either he's in his head, his own head, a little bit too much about renewing the resources in question. Or he's trying deliberately to get a lot more of it than any of these forests could provide. Which is interesting in its own right. Come on. I'm gonna jump up in the hole there and grab that log. There we go. Because that's the interesting thing. The Crimson and Warped Forests are the single most abundant biome here. What makes him think that he's going to need enough to farm it? Because that's absolutely what was happening there. I'm quite positive. Because I'm going to need a lot. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have enough. Just by taking what's already around. Worst case scenario, I could make a farm for a little bit of resources. Now I'm getting in my own head about this. The thing about this as well is it needs to be a convincing base to live in. If I'm going to coax him into believing that he is actually invading my base in question and not just a convoluted death trap that I've dressed up as a base. And it's not going to be nearly as convoluted as I would love it to be. But, you know, that's because this is kind of a tricky situation that we're in, period. Okay, let's... focus on... Where did I put the walls? There they are. Starting to lay this out. There we go. I can use this as a jumping off point for the stairs up. Yeah. Okay. This go in right here. What the no. Maybe I could have done with 4. I think I'll do with 4. And I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Alright, no more in here, no more in there. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Just gotta do a bit of harvesting around here. Oh! Activating the inventory. Because there is a lot around here. Now, granted, these ones up here are providing a nice little visual shield to disguise what it is that I am doing. I should go down here and take something over here. It's less effective at that. Plus, if I can freak them out with a bit of proximity, then that'd be nice too. The goal of having the little hidden area is to be able to creep over the area that he settles on as a base. Basically just drop myself in. Instead of trying to make a forward operating base inside his base, which would be markedly more convoluted than just popping down a bed and sleeping in the bed, or just sleeping in his bed in this season of Heartflower Hunt. I will need a way to get from a place that I spawn to him, because that is going to require a respawn anchor, and that's a lot more conspicuous. Okay, let's stick with this for now. Got a decent amount. floor can lead to gravel trap. Gravel trap will be over there. The gravel trap pit will be the disguise for the path that I take. Perfect. Nah, I want to hire Headspace, because if he decides to sprint down the stairs, I want him to be able to kind of fly off. It's that or make him bump his head. And I hate that so much. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, let alone someone who I want to come back for another season of Heartflower Hunt after this. Down there. That would be bad. I wonder if I could trick him into falling down there somehow. Oh. I was worried about nothing. It's just an Enderman. So if the gravel trap is going upstairs... Yeah. I want to make the pits now. It would be cool if I could make them entirely out of nether brick, because that would make them maybe less suspicious from a distance. They could be discounted as a part of the fortress that was simply disregarded before. Mistaken for something else. I think I want that. Let's go grab some more nether brick. Yeah. Iron would be good. with some more pigs, too. Lost all the best gear pretty early on. It sucks to say it, but... at the very least, it was able to get me a great head start in regards to resource collection, which was of critical importance. I got a head start on my Heartflower hiding plans, and I have been discussing it with him, and he's actually let slip that he's not as confident in the plans. That could be misdirection. It could be a lie. But there was, at the very least, a nugget of truth that rang true in it. Because I could tell. I could tell that something was eating him up. You don't fall off, thank you. That's the last thing I need. Mouse going crazy, me falling off. Perfect. Can get... What dyes can I get? I can get bone meal for white dye. I can get... that might be about it. Technically, I could get black dye if I wanted to summon a wither. But that's not happening. Technically, I don't need enough nether brick to fully make a support pillar. I just need enough to make something that looks like one. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, you can stay up there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Note to self. Don't go in there, because they can spawn. That might not be enough to deter them. But as long as I don't hang out in that spot too long, it shouldn't be an issue. I think I mentioned doing this last time when I grabbed a bunch of nether brick from inside one of these pillars. Where does this go? Okay. That way does it go. Not nearly as far. I think this might be actually not so much a support pillar as the underside of one. Over here, is it thicker, or is it more blocks than that? It's a little thicker there. It would perhaps have been prudent to bring more than the one pickaxe, but that's okay. I can get started on it. The pit is going to be an enormous hole in an enormous hole in one of encased in nether brick, really, disguised as a nether fortress pillar. There's more work there. That's peculiar. Oh no, it's just slightly thicker on that side. But then that peculiar. Okay. Hello. Piglins. I know you're around. Okay, that's a little freaky. How did you end up down here? I'm just gonna scoot through. That's fine. So easy. Why am I not running into more than one piglin? Okay. Sure. That's an unfortunate pit. We need more of you. Aha. That's right. Get in the pit. That's it. So Piglin. I think if I get you up here to join. Okay, without pissing off Vanderman. Thanks. Very nice. Hello, you're another one. Actually, yeah, I wanna... There's more gold up there. Oh! Iron boots with soul speed 3. Very nice. And some gravel. That's useful. Now, I'm not getting nearly enough crying obsidian. But that's okay. We can work on that. Ow. Where is my exit? Also, that was a wither skeleton. That's not what I want to deal with right now. You know what? Sure. Oh. I guess they took a lot of damage. From something. Out of my face, you stupid little jerk. I hate the small ones almost as much as I hate the big ones. They took something from me. What? Would be advantageous to go digging for more gold. Off in a secluded corner where my opponent is unlikely to acquire anything. What the heck? What? our stuff to someplace more secure. Let's set that one over anyway. Truly ended? Yeah. Wow. Make absolutely sure that I get back everything useful. Boards. Some stuff went down there. I don't see anything else up here. Ah, good. My nether brick. Would have been mad if I checked the footage back and discovered that I hadn't gotten that. Sort out everything into its proper locations. String goes in here. I don't have nearly enough by way of nether bricks to make the pits that I need just yet, but we'll get there. With that said, I think it's time that we start playing our hand. What can I give you? One nether wart. I don't need nether wart or potions, but they would be exceedingly helpful. How many diamonds you got? Uh-huh. Playing hardball. Playing the hardball. Let's see. Slain by piglin. I don't know if you're in the best position to do that. Now, are you? Yeah, I can disguise a door like that. Ooh, yes, I like that plan. I like this plan. I have an idea. We will set a precedent for shelves. What does that make? I don't remember. We'll set a precedent for shelves behind trapdoors because it looks cool. Then, on floor 2, you will have lots of it for the walls. It's 6. Excellent. We will have lots of it for the walls. But secretly, there will be a door behind one of them. Yes, ma-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. Yes, this will work perfectly. Yeah, that's... One sec, gonna try and find a snack. Good luck with your snack plans. Okay, so hang on. I need 20. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot, but it'll be worth it if I get this to work. That said, I think it should be not set like this. There we go. Plus, this saves me some work. Excellent. Done it. I think I'm about nethered out. Okay. Want to stop in... I did not hide my, Heartflower, but I think we made a very good precedent here in regards to what we've built. I'm not gonna say, just say when. Ooh, that would be the perfect place for it, actually. Door there. Well, no, not quite. Right here. Yes, because then this can be the shaft that has a ladder in it. It's barely noticeable. That is so good. And then, of course, on the opposite side. Do I have more nether warts stocked up? I do, okay. So. Let's talk ladders. Go. Nothing in pickaxe. Okay, and I will stick all of the important secret-y type stuff in there, and the rest will follow. Well, I'll probably keep some in... notable locations down here so that it looks like I am... necessarily. Make sure that all the valuable things come with. The really valuable things. Break that down for golden nuggets. And a good chunk of glowstone along with. There we go. Some unimportant looking stuff in there. Perfect. And then up here, I will want a shorter ceiling. What do I need for that? I was thinking about using nether wart blocks, the red ones. If for any reason we should come over here, that will hopefully disguise the truth a little better. And in fact, I want to put shroom light there so that it looks natural. Yeah. In this case, drawing attention to it in an interesting way, drawing the eye to it, may help it hide better. There they are. In a specific way, I should say. There we go. That looks like a natural formation now. Like any of these other trees that I have failed to clear out. Yes. That's fine. Okay. Sources of assorted type that will be of use. Perfect. And let's get the rest of everything inside for now. Actually, these had best be kept secure, because this is trap-making material. This will probably go into an even more disguised location later on. Bum, 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 bum. I didn't keep the axe on me. Well. Best to have a backup axe anyway. Ah. Okay. Ah. I might have just been disconnected. That'll be it. Okay. Stay tuned, though. We'll be back with, Silk... Well, it's close to... we can do Silk Song for maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Alright, see ya in a moment.